Hello everyone, welcome to Junkers. It's been a while publishing a video. Today I want to talk about the entry question which was asked by Uber for the front end portion. The question was like to build a function, utility functionality similar for Lodash get. If you look at this Lodash get documentation, what it generally does is like when we have an object and if we want to retrieve a particular property of an object, we can just say like dot get of object and the property and and it will return that value. So that is the same we want to build it on native JavaScript. So before diving into the solution, the requirement was like we will always have our parameters with dot separated, not with any square brackets. So that is something like we always have our params in a dot 0 dot b dot c and a dot b dot c. Let's build this solution for this requirement. So let's say var. Actually, since getVal is a function that they ask to build, so that is the reason I'm making this function as getVal, and then function data and params console.log getVal. So now, at first, what we show, the basic thing is like we need to always check the data safety check. And then iterate. So we want to iterate, convert the dot separator to an iterate into an array, and then we need to iterate the data. And with that, we need to check. We need to grab the value. So let's select params of array equal to params dot split So now let's print the prop. Okay, so we are getting the properties, and during the entry I made a mess up. I was looking for these props, and they said okay, if it is an input then it is if it is a number it is an array, and then go for a smaller method to grab the value, and if it is a string and go for one different function. But later on notice both are pretty much both are same. It's just that argument. So in native JavaScript, if it is something like object of property is going to return the value if the object exists, if the property exists in object. So having said that, what we can do we can build a normal function, so get child, and say function data prop. So now say return data of prop. The same way here. So let's say data equal to get child of data prop. And then finally say return data. Now let's execute this code. So what it does is each time it goes here and fetches the data and again assign to the data one, and at last we'll get only one value, the final value. Let's run this code. Okay, we're getting an error, data of prop get child random 0. Okay, it's not an array, we need to pass it on. Sorry for that. So now again run this code. Okay, we got this value 3. And let's say like how about if I pass the values without this one, and what it does. Okay, it is not it throws an error. So what we should do, like we just want to come up with an option like if, so just go with check an if validation here. If data of prop if it is there, then go with this, otherwise go with undefined. And now we can check what is the output here. Again it throws there. Or then what I ask this question to the interviewer, like, is that value holds with any default value or not? That means like if you look at this Lodash map property, they always come up with a default value. If it doesn't exist, then we can return a default value. The same kind of question I asked the interviewer, and they said like, okay, they said okay, yeah, you can go with this default value option. So I added one more value like default value, and for this one I didn't set anything. So by default what we can say, like default, if default value, if there is no default value, how can you build, like if default value is there, then go with default value, else say default. Currently I'm not giving any default into this functionality. So what it does is like it goes and returns an undefined. So in this case we can pass this as default value, and now just run this code. Yeah, we are getting this output as default. So this is what we can go build at get operator for a Lodash utility function. If I know like there are multiple ways to build this functionality, but this is one of the way. And the next, the fun part arrives since we are always so this functionality has been called in such a way, like they're calling the function and then passing an object and then the parameters. How about like the requirement then turned out like something like, okay, if this object dot get val and then the params, how to build this code. So currently it is a method we want to build as a built-in method. So how to make this code? So what we should do, like if you have a fair knowledge in prototype, then if you don't have a knowledge in prototype, just have a glance on prototype. So we need to attach this method as a into the prototype. So it cannot be a string or it can be array. Since all we deals with the object, we need to attach to that object prototype. So how can we do this? Like object.prototype, which is and just say like get. For now we'll call this method as get val2 equal to function, and then access the parameters. Now copy and paste this one at the bottom. So get val2. Now console.log params. So we are getting this param. So how to get the data? Basically, like data is nothing but the current object. So if I have access to this, then that is going to my current object. That's it. So with this, having said that, what we can do, like we can just call the previous method and say like return my current get val and pass this comma params. And with this functionality, what it does is like when I'm going to access like get val, I'm sorry, like so my object dot get val2 and then my params. Okay. So now if you look at here, right, my object dot get val2 of params, now this will return default. Yes. And if I go with the few one, now it comes with 3. Yeah. So now we have come up with the two different implementations, one as a function and one as a prototype. Hope you have understand this video. If you have any questions on this video, please share it, comment on the comment box. If you have any other feedback, please share your comments. If you like this video, please put a thumbs up button on this video. If you really don't like this video, please have a dislike. Please go with the thumbs down option. We'll meet soon and come up with one more fresh video. Thank you. Thanks for watching my video.